In my opinion, America is obsessed with ancient Rome, from the Corinthian columns of the Capitol building to the founding fathers who were all Plutarch fanboys, so it comes as no surprise that the Rome-obsessed Trump administration has ruled in favor of Times New Roman. But how Roman is Times New Roman? You see, the Roman typeface that we know today actually originated about 1,000 years after the Roman period during the 15th century, during the Renaissance in Italy. This Italian humanist movement was obsessed with returning to the ways of their glorious ancient Roman ancestors. In architecture, for example, this saw the rejection of the then popular Gothic cathedrals of the barbarians in the north in favor of the Romanesque styles inspired by the ancients. And when it came to typefaces, they sought to reject the heavy black letter typeface, which we now know as Gothic, which was popular throughout medieval Europe, for this cleaner, more geometrically perfect style they saw on ancient Roman vellum manuscripts. Just one problem: the ancient Romans didn't actually write that much on parchment, nor did they have lowercase letters. What they were actually copying was Carolingian minuscule from the Dark Ages. You see, the ancient Romans from, say, the time of Caesar or Trajan, they only really wrote with capital or majuscule letters. The lowercase letters that we know today were invented in the monasteries from post-Roman Western Europe, and they were perfected by an abbot called Alcuin, and it was then standardized in the 8th, 9th century by the barbarian emperor you might have heard of called Charlemagne, who used this new simpler script to help spread classical Roman and Greek texts throughout Europe to justify his claim to be the restorer of the Roman Empire. However, when Charlemagne's Roman Empire 2.0 fell after his death, so did his beloved Carolingian minuscule, to be replaced with this black letter typeface, which, because of the rise of religiosity and the fact that only really monks were literate at the time, the Italian humanists of the Renaissance associated this with barbarity and backwardness. It never occurred to them that it were the 9th century monks from their hated Dark Ages who were the ones who actually penned their beloved ancient manuscripts. And thus it was the combination of these Carolingian minuscule letters with the iconic capitals from Trajan's column, which would result in the Hyperneura Tematica of Polyphily of 1499, where we can see the modern Roman style typecase in its full for the first time.